What's happening, guys? Thanks for coming back to the ClayAlan review. It was asked if I could show how I do my filters and stuff like that, my processing and EQing within OBS. So that's what this video is about. So if that's something that you're interested in, stick around. All right, so I'm just going to jump right into it. I've got some stuff set up within OBS, some different scenes to try to help out. So we'll dive into that. Let me just make sure I've got the right one. Yeah, this is it. So I've opened up my filters in OBS, and I've got separately, I've got the Marvel EQ. It's called Voxengo Marvel GEQ. And so what you're going to do is you're going to just go to the web, and you can go to these sites, and you're going to go right to the two that I use. So this De-Esser right here is TDR Nova. You can see that right here, TDR Nova. And then the Marvel is the Voxengo Marvel. And this 3-band is just what's built in to OBS. That comes standard. And as you can see on mine, I've got my 3-band. I've got my highs set to a 5 decibel. And the mids I've got at -3 decibels. And then I also have the lows set at 5 decibels. You're going to want to play around with this to see what you like or what sounds good with your voice, your microphone, yada yada. So there's what you do with that one. And then, like I said, just go go on the internet. You can download from TDR Nova, and TDR Nova is my De-Esser. So I'll go ahead and show you the De-Esser real quick. All right, so the De-Esser is basically just a preset thing. I didn't adjust much on this at all. I just went with a preset, and then I named it Podcast De-Esser for Clay up here in the corner. But you can just go in and show there's different presets within this, but download it. And these are all VST plugins. All right, so we'll go over to the web browser, and I will show you. This is for TDR Nova, and you're gonna go down. If you scroll down just a little bit, whether you've got a Windows or Mac, I have a Mac, so I would download this Mac package, accept and download. I'm not gonna click on that because I've already downloaded it, so I don't need to download it again. But that's what you would do. And then, like I said, if you have Windows, use one of the Windows installer right there. Then you're going to go over to voxengo.com, and right when that opens up, at the very top, you've got download VST and VST3 for Mac, which is what I did. And then you've got download VST, VST3, and AAX for Windows. So if you're using Windows, you're going to use this download link. If you're using Mac, you're going to use this one right here. All right, so get those downloaded. Then when you want to add them, let me go back over. When you want to add them in here, you're gonna hit this little plus button, and then at the very bottom of the options, it says VST plugin. So you're just gonna click on that, and then it's gonna show you this here, and you're gonna give it a name. All right, and then once you give it a name, you'll go in here, and now you can select. And then, as you can see, because I downloaded and installed Marvel, or the Voxengo Marvel, and the TDR Nova, those show up as options. I have another one here, 7Q, but I don't use it much. But you're welcome to look up any that I got free ones. These are all free. And so that's how you're going to pull those in. You'll choose one, and then you'll pull it in that way. But yeah, that's what you're going to do. You're just going to hit the plus button. Go through those steps, go back and check it again if you need to, pause, whatever, and then you just pull them in. All these options, the limiter, the noise suppression, noise gate, those are all built in. If you go into this, if you go in here, there's a list, and you've got 3-band equalizer, a compressor, dedicated NDI output. That's only in mine because I downloaded an NDI. I don't use it, so I'm not gonna. I don't have a whole lot to answer about how to use the NDI. I did set it up and use it like once or twice. It had a delay. I didn't like that, so I just stopped using it. But then moving along, there's an expander, a gain, invert polarity, a limiter, noise gate, noise suppression, upward compressor, and then at the bottom again, the VST plugins if you want to pull those in. So you would just choose what you want. And in the noise suppression, I just go with this RN noise. It's got good quality. It's going to use a little more CPU. I'm not too worried about CPU usage. I have an M1 MacBook Pro M1 chip, so with the M1, but there's a different option. You can use that speaks, and when you use speaks, now you can adjust how much noise suppression you're adding to it. The RN noise is just set the way it is. I like it. It works great. So try that one, see if that one works for you. That's the noise suppression. The limiter, for this, I don't want to set the defaults because I've got it set the way I want it. But you can look up videos on how to set a limiter. What you're looking for, like the peaking. So typically you're going to run it up pretty high and then just drop down just a little bit. That way you can get the most out of your mic and the most out of your gain without clipping. And if you just pull that down just a little bit, it's gonna hold it off. So I've got like a shelf of negative 6.3 decibels, and that seems to work pretty good. I mean, I could raise it up a little bit. Used to be I would go all the way and then I would just drop it down one click. So it was negative 0.1 decibels. But I've been changing it up a little bit. I had it at 6 something. I'm gonna put it at -5. Noise gate. Again, this one has to be set specific to where your open and close is. I'm not super keen on these. I've got it working. But again, look up a different video to learn how to adjust a noise gate properly if you plan to use a noise gate. And I will warn you, if you're going to use a noise gate, they're a little wonky. But then, like I said, I've got my De-Esser in there, my TDR Nova, my Marvel GEQ, my 3-band EQ. This I don't need because I actually didn't add nothing. But that's it. So I'll go back real quick over to the De-Esser. And again, I didn't do a whole lot of adjusting. I picked a preset out of here. Once you download this and open it up, just go ahead and explore around. Look around in it and see what you might find in there that works for you, that sounds good. You want to just make sure you're not clipping. You want to make sure you can be heard. And then anything after that, as long as you're not overdoing it, because over processing is going to sound like crap. You're gonna notice that right away. So I'd stay away from over processing. But that's pretty much it. There's the De-Esser. We'll take one quick walk around the block here and just look at everything else again. Those are the two websites, voxengo.com, and then you've got tokyodon.net. And you're gonna go find where your operating system and use that option, that download option. Same in here. Find your operating system, use that download option, and that's pretty much it. The Marvel, let me go to that real quick. So inside the Voxengo Marvel GEQ, you're gonna, like, you can use, they have presets. So if you pull this down, you can see all right, yeah, good. There's different presets. What I did was I chose one and then I just adjusted it to the way I liked it. So you can choose all these different ones here and then just choose whichever one you like the best. And then again, even if you've chosen one, you're not limited. You can go in and start moving these faders individually and just kind of listen to it, check it out. See if you like it higher, lower, deeper, whatever. Explore it a little bit. I taught myself, and it's not that hard. Like once you get it set to where you want it, that's really, I mean, unless you're trying to become some kind of audio engineer, you don't need to know this thing inside and out. You just need to know it good enough to do what you want to do with it, and that's it. That's what I do. So you can try all these steps yourself. Sorry if this was too long of a video. I did not mean to make it take so long. But there you go. There's how I do some EQing, and you can use those filters and those EQs. You can apply those to a USB microphone, XLR. If you're using XLR going through an audio interface, you would just be simply applying them to that. You would add the filter to whatever device you're using to get your audio from. I hope this was helpful. Please leave a comment below if it was. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. And if you're interested in subscribing, I would appreciate that. You can subscribe and click the bell so that you get a reminder or you get a notification whenever I post new content. So that's all I've got today for my filters in OBS. So I'll see you in the next video.